Welcome back, Julian, and
Hello, Paul.
you to tell us all about the Ultraframe product.
Lovely, thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all still wide awake and with us. It's a bit disconcerting to know there's hundreds of you out there I can't see you, but hopefully you can see me okay in the presentation. So I'm just going to pull that up now. What I would say up front, obviously we're Ultraframe. We've got a HUP extensions system that I want to talk to you about today, and you can go to huphome.co.uk. And if you want any more information, there's a contact us form on there, or you can find in the click on HUP Builders, and there's a contact form. So if you've got any questions there, please go that route, and we're delighted to get back to you. We have been around for 40 years, been off-site manufacturing for a long time. We reckon there's about 1.5 million extensions out there where there's one of our products in existence today, and about 40,000 extensions a year either take our roofs or walling or combination of. So our system can build absolutely anything with any finish. It's extremely fast to build, 5 times faster broadly than traditional build. Very easy to project manage. The wall performances exceed building regulations. They tend to be slimmer as well, so you get 5 to 10% more space through a HUP extension than you would do through a traditional extension. Very strong but light too. So again, if you've got an existing base out there today, then it's even cheaper and easier to build. It's de-skilled, the building process, about 60% less carbon than traditional build. You can build in any weather at all, no mess and disruption. We're also well versed in the fenestration industry, so if there's any benefits of glass anywhere in the system that you'd like to put in there, then our system accommodates all that performance glass. Building regs is made easy. The whole system has been approved, pre-approved, and it's much cheaper to build with HUP because the amount of labour required is significantly less. So we have one of the unique attributes that we have is our own software, our CAD software that allows you to design any extension in about 10 to 15 minutes. With a little bit of training, you don't need any other formal qualifications or skills. It allows you to specify the whole extension, which then at the press of a button can allow you to price it instantly as well, so you can know what the costs are going to be. And then it's an automated process where that goes into manufacture, bespoke manufacture. Our factory is much more like an automated car manufacturer, where in cells specific tasks take place, so it's very efficient and effective. It's near zero waste on our system, which I'll demonstrate in a moment, both in the factory and on site. And it allows us to make sure as well it's always extremely high quality. You can't get it wrong on site because it comes inch perfect or millimeter perfect out of the factory. And I'll tell you a little bit about that as well. And we have a distribution network throughout the country, and our lead times. Obviously, once you press the button, you can design that yourselves, or we can design that for you. If there are anything specifically that you need or questions like specific equipment or structural advice, then we have a team of chartered engineers and a structural engineer in the business. But actually, we've also got our own software team. So again, if that's something, Paul, we talk about this, that there are some features here that we'd actually want to put into our software, and we can do that as well and make that easy specification possible as well. So that's a real attribute to our system. Just a little bit of the technology. It's globally patented. We've got a clever way of connected timber steel to other hybrid materials, including steel. It captures and holds the insulation. It can be any type of insulation. They come together lightweight, clipped together with steel clips and screws in there. You create a very strong I-beam and very thin. So for any given amount of insulation, the walls are as thin as you can possibly make them, but extraordinarily strong. So we have a number of panels for extensions. We tend to standardize around the PS panel because that's the most cost efficient for the effective performance per cost and balance of space and weight. But we have a variety of solutions, including non-combustible solutions as well. Our technology over the last few years, we've earned the badges. So we're BBA accredited. And we've also, our technology is now being used to build houses, and we've got NHBC accepts as well. So we're fully accredited for our technology to build houses, and we're now building not only roofs, but we're building whole houses out of our technology. However, our core business, our main focus is extensions. our walling and system goes together very quickly. It's built on site. We talk about building in days, and we've got a whole variety of roof solutions: flat roofs, glass roofs, solid roofs, flat roofs, tile roofs, everything, and any finish on is possible on the walling as well. And as I said earlier, we actually perform better than building regulations. If it is in Wales or Scotland, then we've got membranes that go on the outside as well that actually bring that down even further, giving us, again, much better space utilization. So here's a good example. This one was a dilapidated conservatory, which was transformed into an extension. Because our system is super strong, but also lightweight, you can actually build on existing bases. Our system has been pre-approved by building inspectors to be able to do that, so you won't have any problems with paperwork or waiting for the building rig process. And now, obviously, very quickly, we can transform old conservatories into fantastic new extensions or new build extensions, whatever you're wanting to build. This is a good example. This is one of the earlier ones we did a couple of years ago, where in 4 days, we basically got the whole envelope, exterior envelope and structure watertight and ready to go. And in 2 weeks, that was, well, just under 2 weeks, that was the full finished room and solution. We've got videos of the homeowner and have it on our website, and we've done huge amounts of case studies now. We must have something like 50 odd case studies, various places on our websites and social media. This is a home extension, a bungalow, which was extended. This was in Cambridge, actually, one of the early ones that we did as well, basically almost doubling the size of the bungalow in the first place. And again, this was actually interesting because it was quoted by a builder coming out of COVID and price increases, was quoted at £106,000. And the installer using our system actually charged £73,000 for the whole job. You can see there on day 7, there's still some work going on inside, but the outside is completely finished. So in terms of benefits, just to recap, really extremely fast to build, easy to project manage, wall performance that exceeds building regulations, more space inside because of the slimmer walls for any given quality of thermal performance. Very strong but light too. D-skill build process, quality assured. It comes out of the factory pristine, and the insulation guaranteed to be in place and right every time. Zero waste, because again, any waste in the factory, the steels are roll formed ourselves, we cut to length. There's zero waste on the timber, and any waste on the insulation can be reblown. So very good credentials from that point of view. Very environmentally friendly. Obviously, one of the other benefits of our system, it's very lightweight and can be transported when necessary through houses. So for terraces or situations where you've got difficult access, then it's even better process where we can actually make sure there's a zero mess, but you can access very difficult to get to locations and back gardens. Windows, doors ordered at the same time. It's always the steel system means it's millimeter precision perfect. So and again, we can over time we could order. We obviously in the fenestration industry, we can make sure we provide as much of the extension as over time we'd like us to, but we give all the specifications and all the measurements for windows as well at the same time. As I say, 60% less carbon than traditional build. You can build in any weather. There's no mess or disruption. You can put glass any way you want or not want the system. I say the building regulations piece I talked about, and our bespoke software allows you to specify and price it yourself there on the spot, so you don't even have to come for us for a quote. And we can train anybody in your organisation to be able to operate the software. And we have support on hand 20, all day, every day. If there's anyone needs that support in any design they're doing, we operate fixed pricing, so we don't have contracts where we up and up price every time as we go. We commit to our quotes, and overall we find we should be cheaper to build than traditional because of the significant saving in labour time in the process. So it should be anywhere between 5-10% cheaper, or possibly 25-30% cheaper. That example I gave you earlier. We also got an association with Lauren J. Clark. Laura's been great. She's our brand ambassador and extremely supportive. And again, is on hand to give testimonials and support our brand and our venture. We're able to give training to surveyors, specifiers, builders, and we tend to like to train so that you can have one point of contact to make it really efficient communication between us, supported by our technology. So that was it. Hopefully, I was given the brief to be under 15 minutes and then to be able to take questions. So I don't know if I've done that, Paul, or not. You can let me know.
Yeah, just about spot on, Julian. So, in terms of where to start? So I think in terms of kind of our first present, you're kind of a little bit different, on you, in terms of you actually build them yourselves. You're kind of the manufacturer of the system, and you work with local builders to provide these systems. You kind of train them, and they order from yourselves.
I struggled to hear you there, Paul. I lost you a little bit on that. But in terms of, I think I heard a bit about a question about training. And we're geared up. We run training courses throughout the UK. We run training in specifying the product and train the builders. And quite often we'll attend first builds of our system to make sure that everybody, gets off to a flying start and knows what they're doing. So I don't know if that answered your question.
Yeah, I was saying that rather different to the kind of first company we spoke to. You kind of provide the systems for local builders, so you're kind of very much involved with training them and working with builders rather than doing the building yourself.
Yes. So our model is very much about supplying to the builder. And making sure that what we've got is very easy to build and obviously is quality assured. So we're obviously building houses now, which are going up in where we are using craned on solutions as part of that. But we find that for extensions, it's much better. Actually, our system goes together so quickly and is lightweight, and that you don't need the obstruction of cranes and other things on site. So most of what we do is goes to the builder, and then they're able to install it very quickly. We have we have complete support, so we have technical people on hand throughout the day. So if there's any questions in live time, then we're able to do that. We're able to get things around the country in a 24-hour response should anything be needed to support, and it's all about making sure that the build goes perfectly and fast.
So what about kind of building regs? How would you achieve kind of building regs for the system?
Well, we've managed to get building reg pre-approval. So in the system, when we everything we design our software and our systems means it will automatically be specified to building regs. So and we've got pre-approvals of that through companies like Stormer and Ascent. So the building regs is guaranteed as part of the process. But so when you get the design on our software that's going to be building reg compliant. Okay.
And do you have a list of contractors that are already trained and already experienced in using Ultraframe for extensions?
Yes. I mean, our network tends to be through the home extension installer market, but increasingly we're finding now we've brought the hub extension solution to market about 18 months ago. We're now finding we're being huge amounts of builders are coming to us and saying, we're very interested. How do we do that? So we have training courses. We hold their hand. We make sure all the specifications available online and all the design is online. And we're currently working through. We're targeting next year. I say to be able to do between 6,000 and 10,000 additional extensions next year. So clearly, we need to have mass tools that support mass adoption and mass support to achieve those sort of numbers.
So, and I suppose just kind of reflect on some of the questions we had earlier. So in terms of kind of structural capability and kind of bariatric patients or kind of clients, can you kind of take the point loads for hospital beds if you've got particularly large clients?
So our system is a walls and roof solution only. We don't provide a foundation solution with it. So therefore, at the moment, traditional foundations are required. There are some of our customers who do use steel bases based on piles. So that is an option that can be offered with a similar to the green solution product, we can be on piles as well. People do that, but the vast majority of what we do is on a concrete basis, so there wouldn't be any issue with the loadings.
Okay. And perhaps while you're on, Andrew, in terms of length of warranty or how long they're expected to kind of last, do you have a particular lifespan?
As part of our BBA certification and NHBC accepts, we have a minimum 60-year life expectancy, and obviously NHBC being an insurer, that's recognised by mortgage companies as well.
Great. So if somebody's kind of interested in, from a local authority, in terms of using Ultraframe as a kind of an extension product or an extension solution, where's the best place for them to start? Is to kind of contact yourselves, or what would you recommend?
The best place to start is direct contact with ourselves. We have a website, and we will contact you. We have a number of local installers who can actually come and speak to you directly as well. But the first port of call is direct through our website.
Great. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Julian. I think that's been very, very useful introduction. So can you just remind us of your website address again?
It's hut-home.co.uk.
Great. Thank you, Julian.